Are you feeling lonely or fucking isolated? Well, there's a reason for that. I've been feeling isolated because I believe that I don't have any friends. I have only opened up my soul to just one person, and that is my best friend, a girl, because I can never trust a guy because of past traumas and, you know, the affirmations that men in everyday life affirms that they're not worthy of trust or anything. But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about isolation, and let's talk about phone addiction. So in this stage of my life, according to Eric Erickson's developmental theory, ages 18 to 40, I am in my intimacy versus isolation era. So that means I have to choose between intimacy or isolation. So with intimacy, you form social relationships with people, with friends, with family, and with isolation, your mental health goes downhill. And apparently, I've been choosing subconsciously, forcefully, choosing isolation because I'm not in school and I have a complicated relationship with my family. And as I've mentioned, I have one friend. So in this isolation, I take up new drugs, or we take up in general new drugs, because we are isolated. We are actually divided now more than ever from each other, from the people we love, from the people across the globe. But no, I disagree. I disagree. We have social media, and social media is the problem. Yes, we have social media and we can connect, but not really. The information, the content, the media all over the world is globalized, but the presence and the innate human power and feeling and emotion of belonging, that is non-transferable, or it is an entity or a feeling that can't pass through the screen. So we're basically a bunch of humans using middlemen, and capitalistic or capitalist middlemen at that. Because these social media platforms, they may appear or they may promote themselves as connecting people, bridging the gap, delivering you to your loved ones. But no, they're distracting you and they're making money off of your isolation, your insecurity, and yourself. Because they literally collect your information, they're literally supervising your every move, they're literally listening to what you're saying, what I'm saying right now. So everything is going to a database that is going to predict and going to manipulate your next actions. So let's talk about the isolating part of that, or the divisive, polarizing part of that, because we are isolated from each other. And when we go to the social media apps, we are very prone to addiction, to phone addiction, to social media addiction. And why? 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 Because it's designed that way, to keep us there, to keep us hooked, to keep us addicted or drugged almost. Because when we hold our phones and when we stick our faces onto screens, the brain activity happening in our brain is equivalent to lighting up a cigarette to take a smoke, or sex, or even drinking alcohol. And yeah, we're fucked because we're divided and we have this capitalist middleman. And let's talk about the isolation part, because if all of the members of the family is in this loophole, or in this cycle of being addicted and isolated at the same time, who's going to be present with who? Who's going to talk to who? So we have this isolation, we have this loneliness, and we think, right, with more social media, I can cure this isolation. I can feel like I belong. But no, we're just sad human beings abused by capitalist middlemen. And they are the ones that gives us extra anxiety. They promote anxiety. They promote depression. They promote procrastination. And they even increase loneliness. So we're lonely, I'm lonely, and we can't find community in the internet. Yes, there's a sense of belonging in the internet, but compared to the human face-to-face interaction where our bodies releases oxytocin, I mean our brain specifically, and when we are stimulated by a real human being's eye contact, that can never be transferable or that can never be possible with a phone. So at best we have shallow connections with social media. And these capitalist middlemen try so hard to keep us here that they're promoting or they are bridging us to each other to keep the app more addictive. Because now we can have live, as in real life people, talking and being watched real life or in real time by people across the globe. And yes, it's entertainment, it's media, it's innovation, it's technology, but it's not human connection, it's not human belonging. And that's when the problem comes in. When we prefer social media over people, when we prefer the dopamine we get from our phones compared to the dopamine we get through going out with people, through being with people. And that's a big problem because if you can get your dopamine here instantly and without any problems that you'll usually encounter when you are interacting with humans, you'll prefer this because with this phone, there's no awkwardness, there's no awkward silence. You don't have to use any social skills. But with here, you can do anything. You can access anything. And that's what makes it so addicting because you are playing God. Because you can literally do anything. You feel like you have freedom, but that's not the truth. You don't have any freedom at all because you're being controlled. Your information, your behavior, your speech, everything is being monitored and you are a number in a database. So yeah, that's why I am isolated because I am a victim to this dopamine genetically, no, not genetically, but technologically engineered algorithm and ecosystem of dopamine rush. So yeah, we're fucked because we're isolated. And again, the opposite of isolation is intimacy. So I want to focus on intimacy. I want to focus on real people. But again, I'm not in school. We're broke. We're broke. We're broke. And I don't know how to connect to people anymore. And I used to think that with social media, I can get rich. And I can get rich still in social media, especially when I withdrew some money of the commission that I got from selling Vaseline lip care. It was 17 pesos. And yeah, I can make money from there, but I need to take a month off to fucking rest from this shit. Because I don't know, it's abusive. I am being abusive of it, and it is abusing me, and I am letting it, thus enabling a cycle. Then I'll feel lonely, and then I'll have no friends. Then don't have social interaction, and then my developmental growth as a human being, as an adolescent, as a crisis midlife crisis agent, a mid adult, an adult life, an adult. My life into an adult will be hindered. It will be damaged because I am shifting towards isolation instead of intimacy. Wherein I should be building meaningful relationships with real people, I am stuck here at home doing playing God on my phone. And yeah, I just don't like how it takes advantage of me. Of my phone taking advantage of me. Our phones taking advantage of us. Because we don't notice it, but this phone, it takes control. It can easily take control of our life, of our mind, of our behavior, because it literally changes the way our brains work. And it increases loneliness. It increases anxiety, depression, and procrastination. And for me, it's the root of all evil. And I want to live a life where I don't have to contact my friends through a phone. Or if I do have a phone, it's just gonna be a flip phone for communication, just for communication. And yeah, isolation, a funny thing because you feel alienated from life, from people, from friends. Well, me, friends don't exist for me at the moment. In the future, I hope. If there is a future. In the future, I hope. And yeah, isolation is a funny thing because it's a feeling. It's an emptiness. It's a void. It feels like something's wrong with you. It feels like a shame. It feels or it convinces you that you're unlovable. But no, you just need to form communities outside of your cell phone. You just have to build a life outside of your cell phone. And of course, I have tried that. And those hobbies, they work. They're beautiful. But I can't be sustained by those hobbies. That's why I am thinking of writing stories and being drowned or drowning myself in words and characters and fiction because I don't have any friends. That's sad. That's sad. But yeah. But at the same time, I want to join real communities of people and really communicate and socialize with people. Because I believe that I'd love that. I'd like that. I'd be good at that. Just give me an opportunity. Just give me a chance to get good at it and I'll devour everyone without people pleasing, without the people pleasing aspect because I was a people pleaser. So yeah, you know, isolation, a funny thing. Yeah, I just need to try and try until I don't feel lonely anymore. I need to build social networks. I need to build meaningful relationships and connections. And I don't know how. I don't have any friends. I don't have school. I have to enter a fucking school. Definitely next year. Because I'm going to go insane because I'm isolated. I'm on my phone. I'm lonely. I'm depressed. I'm anxious. I'm procrastinating. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking to my phone as therapy. It's a sad life. It's a sad existence. Mm-hmm. And I'm not going to deny that. But I'm also not going to deny that I love my phone. I love my phone in some aspects, but only because it has convinced me that I should love it. So yeah, I just have to fix my relationship with my phone and with people, improve that relationship with people. And what else? What else? Yeah, just try to build a social network, build some hobbies, learn how to write, do this and that and this and those. And just like limit my social media usage to 1 or 2 hours. And across my day, across my free day, I can do whatever I want. So I'm going to schedule that. Believe me, I will take August off and I will make that schedule. I will bring that to life. Then I will go back to social media with limitations. Goodbye. Scary. The light just blinked at me. Goodbye, guys. Thank you for watching my podcast. Bye. Thank you for watching. Mwah. Mwah. See you again soon. Mwah.